This is step-by-step guide on how to make a simple game in Unity. And what you see now is what we're gonna make in a couple of videos. Stay tuned and watch. Alright everybody, welcome back to another video in this channel. Today we're gonna explain how to make a simple game in Unity. Let's start it. First of all, you need to make a new project, a 3D project. Unity. If you don't know how to do that, you can watch the previous video. The link will be down below or maybe in a card on your right. And here we have the layout. It's all explained in the previous video, but for a quick recap, you can change the layout by click and hold, and you can put any window whatever you like. Let's close the asset store, we don't need it. And for example, we want to make the game window right here. We can see how the user will see the game while we're changing in the real time. And if you change anything in here and you want to revert back to the default layout, you can click here and click on default. Or maybe you change the layout to something you like, you're actually handling after you tried multiple layouts and you want to save it. So click on window, layout, and save layout in here. You can rename it and choose whatever you like. This is my layout that I like to use, and I'm gonna close these windows. We don't need them right now. Alright, first thing, we need to make a ground, like something for the player to move on it. So we're gonna make a cube. Right click in here, 3D object, and make cube. Or you can press this plus button, 3D object, hit cube. And we want to change the cube. It's actually, like you see right now, is not much area so the player can move on it or do anything. It's just a cube. And you can zoom in and out by using mouse wheel, and you can pan around holding or pressing the mouse wheel and holding. See, right click on the mouse, you can pivot, and selecting by the left click. It's all explained in the previous video. Alright, so selecting the cube here, go to inspector and changing the scale, maybe, I don't know, 30 on the X, or let's make it 10 on the X, okay, and 30 on the Z. Alright, before we continue, I had some difficulties with Unity because of my computer requirements, or you can say specifications. Apologies for my English. So I turned off auto generate lighting. If you want to do that too, you can go to window, right, rendering, light settings, and this will pop up. Maybe it will pop up right here or like a window. You can drag it and drop it here. Just turn off this check, and that's it. So continue. We made this cube, and we're gonna make it a little bit longer, maybe let's say 50. Drag it to the first on the main camera to align with the main camera. Alright, after aligning this with the main camera, you come here, double click on the name to rename it. Let's call it ground. And maybe if you don't want to double click on it, you can press one left click on it and just press F2 to rename it. After renaming it, we have to make our player by selecting right click on the hierarchy, 3D object, and go sphere. Alright, here we have our sphere, and now we can see the game components, which I previously explained in the previous video. But quick recap, just the mesh renderer is what actually you can see the player or the image of the object or the game object. And if we drag the game here, see, so lift it up a little bit, you can see the the sphere is here. And if we uncheck the mesh renderer, you can't see it anymore. Here you can see the collider of it. And now I'm gonna rename this to player, hit enter. So we need to tell them apart, something to differentiate from each other. So right click on the project here, window, and go create material, and we're gonna name this ground. Alright, so one click on it and go to inspector, and you can see albedo, and next to albedo is the color. So let's say we want it to be, I don't know, green. I like green. Okay, so click on it, and as you can see in real time changing. If you drop it on the ground will be green. If you drop it on the player will be green. So let's drop it on the player. Alright, and rename this to player. Alright, so as you can see, if you click on the player, and by the way, this is a moving tool, so you can move y-axis, x-axis, and the z-axis, and you can change them right over here. So this is the rotation tool. You can change the rotation of an object, scale it, and react tool is pretty much for the 2D game objects. If you want to change the 2D game objects in direction of that stuff. So anyway, or you can control this with shortcuts on the keyboard by pressing on Q, W, E, R, and T. So changing to W, like I said, this game components. It's existing on the game object. So the player here is a game object, and this is the game components. So the mesh renderer is actually what's rendering this image right here. So if we uncheck it, you only see here the sphere collider, but you can't see the image exact. And the mesh filter is just actually the image. If you want to change the sphere to cylinder or capsule or make cube, just only an image. So trying this out, you can see change to a sphere, but actually you can see the sphere collider inside. So let's bring that to its sphere original. Right, and let's say by accident you accidentally delete the sphere collider. Right, how to get it back? Or make a new sphere? No, there is actually easier way, by clicking add component and writing here sphere. Right, and here it is, sphere collider. Click on it and it's right there. So basically the game components here making the game object either do something or add to its properties. So like I said, sphere collider makes you interact with other colliders, like if you want the ball to hit some walls, that stuff. That's it. So if you're gonna press play right now, as you can see the sphere is lifted from the ground, but nothing happened. So we didn't add any physics to it or code to make it do something. And by the way, if you want to change the color of the play mode like mine, first of all we click here, stop playing, and go to edit, preferences, colors, and play mode temp, and you can actually change it here. So you can ask why. I will show you. I changed this because when you press play mode and change anything while you are in play mode, let's see, we lift it up, change the scale of it like 22, 22, 22. It is so big right now. But if we turn off play mode, everything comes back to its original before we press the play mode. That because play mode is only for see how changes will be. It's not actually saving it. So if you want to save anything, do any important adjustment, Remember, you are not in the play mode, turn it off and then do your adjustment. Alright, carry on. So if you want to add physics to here, we're gonna press add component and we say rigid body. There is a 2D and this is obviously the 3D. Choose this. So we'll leave it like this. There is mass, drag, angular. We will not go in this stuff right now. So if we just lift it up, press play, and see what happens. See, the ball just go down. Rigid body is actually a physics. It gives it gravity and mass to the object, and air drag, angular drag, and that stuff. And like I said, gravity. And we wanna select our player, put it on the ground, go to our main camera, lift it up, put it right over here so it's behind the player exactly. So if you like the video so far, hit thumbs up. It really helps the YouTube algorithm to show this video to more people. Subscribe if you want to get an update or notification when we upload a new video or new video releases. And if you are a fan of the channel, if you wanna support the channel, there's a Patreon link down below. It's very much appreciated. Now let's continue. So as you can see right now, it's not very good colors in here. Let's make it a little bit nicer. So we go to the main camera, right? Skybox, and we change it to solid color. So as you can see, it's now one color. And clicking on this color, you can change this color to whatever you like. Let's leave it like this. I like that. I don't know what it is. Dark gray or light gray or gray. I don't know. Just leave it like this. Kinda like it. And if you want to say maximize the game window, you can either press shift and space like this to enter and exit, or left click on it and maximize. That's simple. And let's say you just done with it for today and you want to save it for tomorrow, you can either press Ctrl S on your Windows, and or maybe just go File, Save. And some people, if you press save, maybe in just some cases it will come like this. If you don't have this folder, you're gonna make this folder scenes, go inside it and just make it simple scene on whatever scene you wanna name it. And for me, it's coming default with Unity new projects, just simple scene. And if I hit on it, you can say you want to replace it, just click yes, and voila, replace it in just our scene. And for my problem is I turned off auto lighting generating stuff. Just from time to time I just press here, one click, and wait for this to finish, and it's done. It's just calculating the light with the directional light. It's like the sun stuff. Now you can start messing around with this, what you learned today, mesh, the mesh renderer, mesh filter, the rigid body, the colliders, try anything besides sphere, like cube, capsule, cylinder, whatever you like, and just to get more familiar with Unity, because in the next video we'll start doing programming. This is the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed, learned, and maybe got something useful from it. If you do, you know what to do. Thumbs up, subscribe to get notification for where we upload another video or newest video. And we continue this series. It's just a small series, not that much, couple videos maybe. And see you again on the next video. Patreon is down below for the fans of the channel. Support us, it's very much appreciated. See you next time.